That said, everybody, I think we are now, after so many diversions and sidetracked conversations, I think we are set up and ready to start simming this season. After going through and setting up all of the player goals for the year, at least most of them, there are some players that might make the roster that I could have set a goal for, but I don't know for sure who's going to be on our roster right now. We have a lot of players who are kind of on the fringe of making it. The one person to make note of is Kavanaugh. He was willing to try to switch to left wing, which I'm down for because, again, as a defenseman, you're going to put up less points than you are at forward. So if we can move him to left wing, he might have that much better of a chance of making it and developing. That is my hope. That is my hope. But with that, let's do what we have to do. Preseason conversations, all that fun stuff to see where we're at. So we will go 5v5 focused again. Not bad. Not bad. Rowan, I wasn't recording all the sidetracked conversations and stuff like that. It was, that's what you guys get for being here live, you know? We got to give you some perks. You get a lot of tangents that don't necessarily make it to the re-uploads. Which is lovely. All right. So what the hell is this team going to look like? And is this going to work out the way I want it to? In goal, Lorakainen and Lidstrom, as we talked about. We're going to call up Matt Guzda and have him as the third string goalie. Defensively, Kavanaugh is going to make the NHL. Everybody else, though, even the low fours, again, you could argue 50-50. But I think we're going to call up the best players that we have and try to find a nice balance of NHL, AHL time. Because again, Hagelin, for example, on defense, he did not step up at all last year. So we know that we're going to send down Olsen. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 with Kavanaugh. 7th defenseman probably is going to be Fleming. That works for me. We'll send down Lomala. And I still need to call up Matt Guzda. Send down Wild for the moment. Okay, so that is the look of the defense at the moment. And then in the system, Kasparaitis is getting that much closer as a medium 7th to being NHL caliber, which is nice. But yeah, we don't have much in the system. Martin is so close. 21-75. He is so close. There's the argument. Would NHL time work better for him or tearing up the AHL? And to be honest, I'm not sure. Left wing side, we got to call up Baines, Merkelov, Toporowski. Cannons. Hayes is another tough one as to whether or not he's going to make it because he's a medium top 6. AHL time might benefit him a little bit better. I guess I kind of got to see what the numbers are going to be here. Hoffman at 23. He's also getting closer to being NHL caliber. Mutter at a 78 is still only an other forward. That's pretty surprising to me. Arneson's close at 20. Stones. Throw a shout out to Paulie. Sweet, beautiful Paulie. 52 months. God damn, Paulie. God damn. Paulie, how the hell you been? Hopefully I get back to your homeland sometime soon. Good, we didn't lose anybody to waivers. So we still have Burke, Wheatcroft, McAllister in the system. Okay, Hoffman's not going to make it. I don't think Martin's going to make it either. Maybe even Hayes. I think it might just be Madden that we try to brute force here. I think it might be. Because again, this roster itself really isn't looking that bad. Just have Madden be that one guy that we try to push through. And the AHL roster should be able to do well enough that hopefully those guys develop. I don't mind it. So the NHL roster this year, we know we need to get Madden into the lineup. It's actually going to be at Nolan Burke's expense. Been playing 25 so much, I've already managed to complete 4. God damn, that is a ton. Ooh, when the hell did Max Sasson get Big Tipper? Maybe that top line should stay the same. Baines, Sasson, Dubé? That's not bad. Paulie, that is a lot of NHL, by the way. But fair play. And again, I've been enjoying this game a lot, too, this year, so I understand. What are we going to do? When do we get dev results again? So they would have already gone through. So the overalls you're seeing now are examples of what the players are looking like afterwards. Who's better at face-offs? McAllister's better than Merkelov. We have Toporowski there. All right, how are we going to get this to work? Wheatcroft's a fourth liner. McCown's a fourth liner. McAllister. All right, so McAllister, Wheatcroft, and McCown on the fourth line. That's not bad. Third line, Toporowski, Merkelov, Ford, Glover, Klofsky. Okay. So Merkelov would make sense. Well, when do we know when the 2 months. It'll be 2 months when we find out if that defenseman's going to switch. What if we go Merkelov, Madden? It could be Ford or Toporowski. Let's go Toporowski, maybe. I think I want to keep that top line together. And honestly, that third line might not do that bad on their own. Could argue Madden between Baines and Dubé for max point potential, though. I don't hate that. I don't hate it. Let me mark down what we have, because we do have to set up our power play as well. Merkelov, Sasson, Topo, Klofsky, Glover, and Ford. Defense, we know that we need to take out Joe Fleming for Kavanaugh. Who else can play that right side? I mean, basically everybody can. We're going to go Zamula with Kavanaugh. I lied. Actually, no, there is going to be a coach change, so it's fine. Jacki, Sapala, Pooley, and Torre. Lefties aplenty on defense. Lefty is a plenty. All right, so the power play. I got to double check coach fit first because the power play might change. Let's double check that we have the right coach. Let's see. Coaching staff, because we made the signing of the 2A pluses. So Perreault is a 58% fit. Richter, 56. Okay, so Perreault is going to be the coach. Fair enough. Oh, man, the coach quality has... I guess I didn't end up signing guys for the AHL. So we're going to have to fix this really quickly. Yeah, so these A minuses... Go NHL assistant coach for Kyle Packard. Sapala was elite for my hometown team before Seattle signed him. That's got to be a glitch, right? There's no way that guy is only looking for $60,000. And I definitely have enough money to spend because owner mode's not on. Oh, shit. There's no way these guys are going to take it. So our coaching staff might be a little bit scuffed this year. That's what I'm learning. Good to know. Back to setting up the power play. My roster starting right now for juniors. Gotta say, we've seen random players with Elite prospects profile seems to have increased their potential. I mean, hey, look, you grease the little palms to get a better rating in the game. Who's to say what might happen, Who's to say? All right, let's get Madden out there. Top power play time. Let's get Kavanaugh out there with top power play time. And then we'll also go with Parker Ford, who is a center playing right wing. All right. Dubé is also a righty, is he not? There he is. Dubé to Baines. Puck carrier Madden. Oh, come on, game. Don't do the nonsense where you say it's broken, but it's really not. Oh, you're doing the nonsense where you say it's broken, but it's not. Which means I gotta back out and then load back in and come on, game. How the hell is that still a glitch? It's been in the game for like 3 years. One rookie on power play, one rookie on power play too. There's an argument for that. Just in terms of being able to feed people the puck. There is an argument for that. Okay. Yeah, actually, that's a fair shout. So we'll get Zamula onto that top power play. And we will have puck carrier be Baines, distributor, Dubé, finisher, get the puck to Madden. We need goals, baby. Get the puck to Madden. And then power play 2 will be Merkelov. We need Sasson. Old maximum Sasson. And Toporowski. And then we need Kavanaugh. And Rakowski, I think, will get that other spot. All right. I don't think we have a single right-handed shot on this extra power play, which isn't ideal at all. But, we'll do what we can. We'll do what we can. So puck carrier. Let's go Kavanaugh just to try to get him some touches. Finisher Toporowski, and then hope that Sasson can make some plays in front of goal. I mean, it's going to be weird. It is going to be weird, that's for sure. This is pretty risky. AHL wise, NHL goalies. Gonna make that switch to get Matt Guzda out for Lidstrom. AHL get Devin Cooley out for Gilbert. I don't think we have anybody to worry about defensively, as it is Arneson's apparently going to be playing defense this year. That is not ideal, but that is going to be what happens. Oh, -3 is a plenty. Then again, I think our AHL coach is going to change, so I'm going to leave that for the moment, just until those potential signings come through, even though I don't think they're going to go through. So let's see. I'm expecting over 30 wins. That might be a little bit too optimistic, given that we just lost to Edmonton 7-0. Oh, let's see. Where's that other coach? Valtteri Puoli's already gotten hurt. Yep. Okay. So the coaching staff is going to be a little bit of a problem. Just a bit. We want Richter down in the AHL. Yeah, so the associate coaches are going to suck, but at least there's a good head coach and a good goalie coach on both sides, which isn't great, but it'll do. Just want to make sure we did have Kavanaugh with Zamula. And then AHL lines. please. Let's go best lines. See if it changes up the power play. Get Devin Cooley out for Gilbert, as we did before. Defense. Kasparaitis, Hagelin. It has Nick Stone in there, the enforcer on defense, which is fair. Hayes ends up being scratched. That's not great. Is there any way to not have a -5 with that enforcer? Apparently there is. Can we avoid? We're going to have to take somebody out here. Blomqvist is a medium 7th. Linden is a low 4. Hagelin is a low 4. Maybe we get Callie Hagelin out. Is it just me, or do we have a missing player? Right? Am I losing my mind here? Am I losing my mind? I'm losing my mind. Okay, we're fine. I was thinking of Kavanaugh, but I could have sworn we had somebody else in the AHL. I could have sworn we're missing a player, all right, a good one. Hey. Tone down the sass. Come on now. This team is great. How dare you? All right, so for the forwards, Salio low 9. Harness immediate bottom 6, low 9. Navarone, hate to say it, buddy, but since you're already 28, get you out of there for Cullen so that he can develop. Tens of Beast. Morrison and Ivan are both done developing. Lamala, Olsen. Holy centers. Okay. Well, we know we need Hayes in there. Ivan needs to take a seat for... I don't know why it brought me back there. What's Kennan's? Kennan's is a low 6. Probably need to get him in there too. So Salio was a low 9. Let's get him out of there. Medium bottom 6 is a little bit more reliable. Same with Ackerstrom. And we'll get Olsen in there. Meg, there's no such thing. All right, do we have anybody better? Avon's 26. We'll get him out of there for Wilcox. All right. And then for potentials. We're going to sort this kind of in the old school way. First by potential, then by OVR. At least the AHL team's looking okay. Ivan was undrafted. Yeah, all the more shocking he's already played for the Avs, to be honest. It's kind of crazy. Wilcox, also medium bottom 6. And though, if we can get these medium bottom 6s to develop, we are in a decent little spot here, aren't we? Let's see. Hoffman, also medium bottom 6. Those two are both about equal. Arten's a medium bottom 6. Hayes. Okay, so Hayes, Kennens, Olsen is definitely the top line. Second line is going to be Hoffman, Schroeder, Martin. Wild, Arneson, Sokolov. Lamala, Wilcox, and Cullen. Will just swap the lanes. Honestly, that might not be terrible for the AHL, but at least we're getting some people some playing time. Let's get Stone. Let's see. Not too worried about the minus. That should be fine. Biggest story now is just whether or not we can get people to develop, but I think we are fully set up. We did obviously the goals. We're past that preseason training. We got the lines established. And now we need to hope for the best for some player development. Let's find out. Again, we got absolutely pooped on by the Oilers. We did beat the Islanders. I don't think I'm holding my breath for any type of crazy development this year, but we'll see. We'll see. And obviously, we're still dealing with injuries. Chef, I know. It was too good of a meme to not run with. Valtteri Puoli is healthy. That was Fleming, who was in the lineup for him. I cannot believe we do not have any freaking right-handed defensemen. We are the Toronto Maple Leafs of a few years ago. And Martin is healthy. Take out Morrison. And again, we'll see if any of these position changes go through around the middle of November. It's typically the 14th or the 15th. That's where we'll hope we'll get some player upgrades out of this. Wow, we're actually 8-3-1 right now for both NHL and AHL? No, for AHL. We're 6-5-0 for the A's. Okay. So the calendar got a little bit confused because of how much we had going on. But still, hovering around 500 with a sub-60 overall player on the top line. It's not bad. All right, Mr. Baines has been willing to change to a playmaker, so he gets +2 to deking, hand-eye, passing, and puck control. Let's go, Arshdeep. Very nice. Very, very nice. Let's see, up next is Parker Ford, who is willing to switch to a sniper, so he gets a +2 to all of his shooting attributes. The guy is very clearly a playmaker, but we'll gladly take the attribute boost. Not bad at all. Let's see, who else do we have? Oleg Cannons does not switch to sniper. Oh, Oleg, you disappoint me. Navrin, not willing to become a power forward. I am disappointed. Let's see, Stanley Martin is willing to become a power forward from a grinder, so he gets aggression, body checking, and strength. Very nice. So he's going to be that much closer to making the NHL roster. Devin Cooley in goal. Does not switch to a hybrid to get the extra attributes. That's a bit of a shame. You got to remember, too, we did take a hit with goalies this year for ratings. Khalil Gilbert in the AHL switches to a hybrid. Very nice. So aggression, agility, durability, endurance, speed, and vision for Khalil Gilbert, our backup low starter potential, if I'm not mistaken. AHL goalie. Mac Guzda makes the change to butterfly goalie, gets a boost to most attributes, which is huge. We could definitely put him back in as the starter, should we choose. Sawyer Fair, and one of our AHL starters, he does not switch to butterfly. That's a bit disappointing. He might fall behind. Still can't get over the green in the background. Getting freaking Wizard of Oz vibes. Sammy Lorakainen does not switch to butterfly either, so a little bit of disappointment for our AHL. Lorakainen's in the NHL, so a little bit of disappointment in our goalies. Jackson Kavanaugh has become a left wing. All right, the low elite defender, Jackson Kavanaugh, switches to forward. Very nice. So we can play him on offense without taking a massive chemistry hit. Not bad. He's become a woke left winger. Damn right. Damn right. There he is now. Left wing, Jackson Kavanaugh. So we need to go to the lineup. Technically, I could send down Lidstrom. He hasn't done that well. Let's bump up Cooley. It's a tough call. I think we got to leave the goalies the same. See, now we only have a set amount of defensemen. Calling up Fantilli would be nice. But now we got Kavanaugh here who needs to play. Wow, so Parker Ford, switching him to a sniper, his attributes have gone up, but he is a god-awful sniper compared to what he was as a playmaker. That's the downside. We are going to have to switch him back. He dropped to an 80 overall, minor league scoring forward. That's brutal. So eventually, we got to hope to get some of these guys back in their more ideal positions. But at least we know attribute-wise, he's actually pretty good. Especially as a playmaker. He's just a bad sniper. That's interesting. Oh, boy. Anybody we would look to send down would have to go through waivers, so. All right. Let's see what we got going on here, then. So if we go best lines. In goal. Guzda, again, out for Lidstrom. Defensively, we're good there. It's the forwards that are going to take a little bit of a hit, including maybe even Parker Ford not playing that much this year, because at least I can get away with him not getting mad at me. We may have sacrificed Parker Ford a little bit. Nolan Burke in for Madden. Get Kavanaugh in for Parker Ford. All right, we're playing Toporowski on the other side. Got Wheatcroft as a fourth liner. McAllister and McCown still. Barzy, I feel like you were missing a part of your question. Third line, Raklovsky, Glover, Toporowski. Maybe we go Baines, Sasson, Dubé, and start with a pretty rough-looking other line. Technically bump up like Ty Glover. Just to be there to fucking hit people. And obviously the second line's actually our top line. Strategy is starting line, second line. Yeah, so Kavanaugh's player type is still defensive defenseman, which is interesting. So, yeah, we have a defensive defenseman at left wing, apparently. I thought he might have become a two-way, but no, he stays as a DFD. Certainly interesting. This is why we mess around with these things, though. So, Kavanaugh, Glover, and Madden. We got Baines, Sasson, Dubé, Ofsky, Merkelov, and Topo. And then defensively, like Zamula, Jack I guess. I don't know. We'll see. So the power play is going to be. Imagine you can't get him to change it. Hey. So we got Kavanaugh. We have Madden. And then the third line of Raklovsky, Merkelov, and Toporowski. Right. This is a choice right here. I'll tell you. This is a choice. So we are going to have Kavanaugh as the distributor and then hopefully Madden as the finisher. Trying to brute force development on those two. And then our second power play. That's when the rookies seem to be. Yeah, but at this point, the situation's kind of changed. So here we're going to go Baines because now I got to make sure that like Baines, Sasson, and Dubé are happy that they're not going to be on the top line. So trying to keep that balancing act. Get the 2 Finns on the power play. I don't hate that. Yeah, I don't hate that, actually. Let's keep the Finns on the power play. So we will go Dubé, of course. Come on, game. Ugh, why does it always glitch out the strategies every time? Every time. I don't know what the game logic is trying to read as compared to what's on stream. But distributor Dubé, finisher Baines, puck carrier Dubé, Sasson Undrafted. There we go. There we go. So it's a little bit wonky, but we're trying to make it work here. We're trying to make it work. Let's see what happens over the next little bit. Jaden Hayes gets hurt down in the AHL. That's not great. Top line center for us. And he's back. All right. I didn't even notice he was hurt for like 3 days. Ooh, Olsen. Okay, got a little bit better. I don't think Kennan's got much better yet. I mean, this definitely isn't going to be the big year that we take this like drastic step up. But we're still trying to balance keeping certain players that we already have happy while still trying to get other guys to actually develop if we can. So like Kennan's gets hurt. Yeah, we're losing games hand over fist because of the weaker goaltenders, which is a little bit annoying, but to be expected. All right. All right. We got Kennan's back from injury. Take out Morrison. Kennan's was a center. Everyone's a center. We definitely need to start getting a little bit of luck with moving people around from either position to position or trying to get them back to their more optimal player type. No guarantees that they'll move back easily, though. So I guess that is the risk. We do get the boost in attributes for certain players, but if I can't switch them back, their overall is going to take a hit. But is overall everything if the attributes are good? That is the question. We are winning some games here in the month of December. Merry Christmas to me. We cannot beat the Edmonton Oilers, though, can we? Every time. Every time they just kick the hell out of us. All right, 2030. The distant future. 14, 19, and 3. Let's see how the boys be doing. Let's see. So Kavanaugh, our left wing DFD, has 3 points in 36 games and is a minus 29. Ty Glover, 18 points, a minus 18. 12 goals for Cooper Madden. 3 assists, but a minus 28. Hey, he's got no shot at winning the Calder. Archdeep Baines, not bad. 34 points in 36 games. He's been awesome. Max Sasson has also been great. And Pierre-Eric Dubé, good amount of assists. He is very much on pace to get back Silver Third Eye. Nolan Burke has played due to injury. He's been okay in that time. Whoops. Merkelov, 24 points. Toporowski is just not a sniper. I hate it. I hate it so much. He's got a great shot, but he just won't use it. McAllister, 15 points. 13 for Wheatcroft and 13 for McCown. Okay. Defensively, Zamula, 16 points, but a minus 17. Jack Eye, the plus minus is going to be likely atrocious for a good amount of these guys. Jabril Torres had a decent season, though. He and Joe Fleming. Lorakainen, 893. Lidstrom, 892. So pretty consistent goaltending. I think, I might be wrong, But I think I can get away with saying that people have gotten a decent amount of playing time. So let's bring back the stronger version of the goaltending. Defensively, nothing to change right now. Forwards. There's an argument about Kavanaugh. There's an argument. Do we try to do the split, best of both worlds? Drop he and Madden down like we did last year. I think we might try it. I think we might. It did work out pretty well last year. We'll call up Luca Fantilli. Send down those two. That's 10, 11, 12. And then we need a 13th forward, which will be Morris, and we could see what a full year does. And I'm very tempted. But I am also tempted to see if the half and half works. Because if it does, cool, we have a strategy. If it doesn't, well, then I'm probably gonna have to second guess some of our decision making moving forward, you know? So let's see. God, we have quite the combination of players and player types now, don't we? I won't worry about the power play. I'm still Archdeep Baines is still the finisher. So in the AHL, I just want to make sure that certain people aren't scratched. Yeah, I mean, that defense is a fucking disaster, but what can you do? The answer is not much. That defense is going to be a disaster. Navrin out for Kavanaugh. Avon out for Madden. Get those two up top. That should be okay. We're trying to balance playing time between a lot of different people. Just to see what works this year. You know. Because, I mean, there's no denying, like, the development of low elites does not work the same way that it did in even last year's game. You know, low elites used to be a cheat code. It is not that anymore. How's he a left wing DFD? Because we switched him from a defenseman to a left wing. Turns out that their player type, though, stays at defensive defenseman. It's pretty silly, but at least now we know that that's the case, and I'm intrigued to see if we're able to get him switched away from DFD player type in the future, because I can't move him for this year. It will not let me at this point. You know, we're actually not winning as many games as I thought we would. There we go. 3 losses, actually 5 losses, 6 losses, or 7. My God, how many games in a row did we lose? How many? But yeah, now's a good time for this portion of the challenge to see, like, oh, okay, what is going to work for us? You know? It's a good time to experiment. All right, let's get Ford back in. And, let's get old Berkey out of there. Make that change. You can try and change the player. Yeah. Oh, we're definitely going to try to switch him from a DFD. Definitely. That's not a conversation. Oh, it'd be funny to see if he ends up as a DFD for all these years, right? Just to see, like, what type of effect does that have? All right. We need to take out... And Ivan. Sorry, Ivan, but we need Hayes in there. Don't know if some of these guys are going to develop quite as we want, but that is okay. Let's see. Let's keep trying to get to March here, if we can. Still dealing with quite a few injuries here and there, unfortunately. Lot of injuries, man. Lot of injuries. Goddamn. EA never expected anyone to switch a defenseman to forward. It was one of the features. Yeah, I didn't think anyone would actually try it. Maybe that is where we're at right now. Get Fantilli out of there. Get Torre back in full time. I like our little Finnish combination there for second pair defense. Yeah, we're doing a good job of pushing for 30 wins again after all those changes, which is nice. Trying to keep the team's morale a little bit up there instead of us just getting shelled while trying to develop, you know? Goodness. Multiple players in Oakland. I don't know which Oakland that is, so I'm kind of nervous. Which Oakland are we talking about? We're talking about the AHL. Okay. Stone. Okay, we do want Martin back in, but he might get hurt again, so whatever. I'm going to have to check the lines soon anyway. Mishki, what's up? How you been? Jackson Kavanaugh gets hurt, of course. Of course. All the injuries. Per Skroder has broken his nose. All of the injuries. All of them. And then he gets hurt. I'm busy but good. I've been good too, man. No complaints. All things considered. We wanted Per in the lineup there. Per Honen Axelson. All right, so that brings us just about to the trade deadline, which of course we do not participate in. Not worried about anything there. 28, 31, and 5. We are actually decent. I don't know how, but we are actually decent. Again. I mean, I guess I know how. Like, our roster actually isn't that bad when we play him at full strength. Shout out to Josh Ravensbergen, who will continue to haunt me for the rest of the time. Just never goes away. Pierrick Dubé, once again. Silver, third eye. We'll see how fast he loses it again. That's been pretty consistent. And defensively, nothing too bad there, of course. No ratings changes. That goes up to an 81. Oof, dude, Devin Cooley continues to be an elite level backup. It's awesome. Has anybody had their player role change throughout the season? AHL? No, not yet. Still a lot of other forwards, minor league scorers. Okay, nothing's changed yet. Man, we are looking okay, though. It's just whether or not I made the right decision with dropping certain people back down to the AHL, but we will not know until the season's over, and we get, that's the full season, of course, playoffs as well, not just regular season, until we see those progress reports. And even then, we could have some extra off-season development, so... Looks like we're going to hit 30 wins again, which is really nice. We know the team does well when we play them at full strength, which is really nice. Jackson Kavanaugh is back from injury. Take Avon out for you, I guess. I don't know. Just swap Kavanaugh up to that top. I don't even know. Drop Wilcox, I guess, so he's still in the lineup. AHL lines are a little bit of a mess right now, but that's also to be expected. As Connor Bedard and the Hawks beat us 11-1. Sweet mother of mercy. That is that's rough. That is pretty rough. Damn. Damn. But again, still winning games in there. We're still hovering around 500. Good things could happen. Good. That is the key word, of course. That is always the key word. That good things could happen. But again, I have so much more optimism for this challenge compared to previously. Cooper Madden gets hurt. That'll be his season done. Down in the AHL, Oleg Sokolov gets hurt down in the AHL. So yeah, their seasons are pretty much done unless they make the playoffs, which I cannot imagine. Oh, Sokolov's actually back. I can't imagine the AHL team making the playoffs. But let's see. Can we get 35? 35 wins, please. We got 2 games left to try and do it. Shootout loss to Florida. We got 1 game left to try and do it. It's against Vegas, in Vegas, and we do win. Okay. 35 wins. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Especially given we started our season with 2 60 overall players on our top line. 35, 41, and 6. Your President's Trophy winners, Chicago. We were not dead last in the league. We weren't even bottom 5. We finished ahead of Pittsburgh, who have recently won a cup. Philly, Calgary, Utah, and the Colorado Avalanche back in the basement. Georgiev's that bad. For the points, Arshdeep Bain, 71 of them with 30 goals. Dubé, 71 points, 55 assists. Sasson, 65 points, 26 goals. Merkelov has developed Silver Schneip, 31 goals. We'll see if he keeps it. Toporowski, only 40 points. McAllister, Glover, Wheatcroft. Klofsky did okay when he played. Let's see. Parker Ford, 26 and 54 is still not bad despite the diminished overall. Nolan Burke, 8 points in 21 games. That's okay too. Defensively, many lag there. Jack and Zamula able to put up some points. The plus minus, of course, was not what we were hoping for. Not at all. But the goaltending for Guzda and Cooley, both at least a 908, which is phenomenal compared to what we've historically seen. So, goaltending getting better and better, but those two might still be the ones. Austin Matthews back to his goal-scoring form with 80 goals in 82 games. That's the second time in 3 seasons he's done that. Marner's still up there. McDavid, Bedard. Pretty typical. High-end scoring was down a little bit with the exception of Matthews. Defensively, 86 points for Quinn Hughes and the easiest Norris Trophy you've ever seen. Adam Fox, Kevin Korchinski was up there for the Hawks as well. For goalies, nobody hit 40 wins, but you had Vasilevsky with 39. Who was Ravensburgen starting for? Edmonton. Pretty good fit for them. Shutout leader with 8 was Igor Shesterkin. Apparently, Dominic DiVincentis has made the NHL and is Winnipeg's starter. Save percentage king. Gayan's up there. Sebastian Casa especially up there. For the rookies, Brady Smith. Honestly, it's probably going to go to Ryan Brown. Plus minus will cost the 2 ahead of him, is my guess. Maybe even Emil Geet or Brock Cripps. Shout, of course, to Liam Ruck, causing a ruckus. So, not too bad. But what I want to know before we have to get to the draft, the offseason, all that fun stuff, progress reports. That's what I want to know about. The end of season progress reports. Of course, we'll take a look, see who wins the cup and all that fun stuff. But the progress reports are the big thing for us. How did those low elites develop? Especially when we move somebody from lefty to left wing, and he stayed a defensive defenseman for his player type. That concerns me a bit. Concerns me just a little bit. All right. Let's see. It's like an Ottawa-Toronto Eastern Conference final. The Toronto Maple Leafs. I think that's back-to-back, isn't it? The Leafs have won the Cup, the Texas Stars, the Calder Cup. But the Toronto Maple Leafs have another trophy in the cabinet, as they managed to defeat Dallas in 7 games. So at least in this timeline, Toronto, absolute wagon. Absolute wagon. Matthews, 37 points, 22 games. Matthew Knies was awesome. Marner, Nylander, Nick Robertson still there. They added Taylor Hall and Alexei Kolosov, who was a Flyers goaltender, IRL. Not the best save percentage, but it didn't have to be. What's our record book look like? It's not going to be great, but we can look at our sheet. In terms of the awards, back-to-back for the Leafs, yeah. Pittsburgh was the one that won it in 27-28. Austin Matthews wins the Art Ross. This is just too much for me at the moment. Hart Trophy also goes to Austin Matthews. Norris Trophy to Quinn Hughes. 5 different Norris winners in the past 5 seasons. Mitch Marner wins the Bing. Brock Cripps won the Calder. They gave it to the defenseman. Wow. Fair enough. Conn Smythe winner Austin Matthews. Casa wins the Vezina. Okay. Kosa Casa. Also won the Jennings. Drew Doughty wins the Jack Adams in Los Angeles. Okay. Fair enough. You don't see that screen too often. I should send that to Crash Andrews as a screenshot. He'll appreciate it. Robert Thomas wins the Selke. Ted Lindsay Award to Austin Matthews. The Rocket Richard to Austin Matthews. In the AHL, Adam Beckman scored the most points. James Malatesta, though, was league MVP. Alex Ovechkin scored the most goals. Noted AHLer Alexander Ovechkin. For Cleveland, no less. Your top rookie was Isaiah Hoffman. For our Oakland Raiders, not bad. Not bad. Kalen Addison was the top defenseman. Top goaltender, I forget Sarinen's first name. Fucking Kimo or Capo or Kimmy, who the fuck knows. Antonio Stranges, though, was the MVP of the Calder Cup winning Texas Stars. So shout out to noted AHLer Alexander Ovechkin. But here we go. The progress reports. You got Baines rocking an 89 currently. Dubé an 88. Both have kept their abilities. Sasson not only keeps Big Tipper, but develops Yoink for stick lifts. Merkelov, of course, got Silver Schneip. Jackeye still has Truck. Toporowski exists. Let's see. Parker Ford back up to an 82. Not bad. Pulley had an 81. Wheatcroft. Guzda. Alistair. Torre. Not much going on for Burke or Morrison. Tilly in the system. Fleming a 78. Or kind of the 76. Got some guys that are still getting better. Don't see any of the low elites yet. But again, their overalls were very, very low. Ackerstrom, decent progress. Arneson, Blomqvist. Hay is up to a 68. That's not too bad. He went up by like 3, I think. Kavanaugh, only a 61. Madden, only a 58. Unless we get some big off-season improvement, we did not see as much improvement as I was hoping to get for the low elites. And there is a chance that is just going to be how this game plays this year. In terms of low elites, not really making it. There is a chance. Yeah, even potential-wise, nobody made a jump. Hayes was already a medium 6, so... not the best year for development outside of some overalls. Nobody skyrocketed in overall. At least we kind of know what to maybe look out for and what not. There was a chance had we left the low elites at the NHL level, they could have developed that much more, but no guarantee.